Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Coleman Stadium in Edina, Minnesota, home of the Edina Hornets at 8-1 in the season, playing host to the Blaine Bengals at 6-3 tonight on the big stage. The Section 5-6 crossover game here, along with Rosie Erickson. I'm Matt Johnson, our North Metro TV crew. Happy to be bringing you the action. Rosie, the winner of this game will go to the state tournament at the Metro Dome in this new format, the first year in this crossover format. So some of the biggest, most storied schools in the state, Edina and Blaine, should be a good, fierce matchup tonight.
Absolutely, and never playing each other before, so it's going to be an exciting game overall.
Both of them looking forward that they watched each other on film to get a little bit familiar with each other. As you can see here, the winner will go on to the state quarterfinal game. That will be played next Friday night at the Metrodome. And you got the top of the bracket there, Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. Down in the bottom, Wayzata, some of the top teams in the state. Edina has beaten both Eden Prairie and Wayzata on the season. The Hornets coming into this one as the #1 ranked team in the state. The Bengals, with just 3 losses on the season, one of them a very close game. Edina, we mentioned, is at 8-1. Their only loss on the season to the Totino Grace Eagles. So both teams coming into this game with a lot of confidence. I know we had a chance to speak with Edina Hornet head coach Reed Boltman just a little while ago. Here's what he had to say before the game.
Coach Boltman, you're the favorite in today's game. You're at home and you're the #1 seed. How do you keep your guys from getting overconfident? Do you think that's a factor?
I don't think it's a factor. We played every game we've had this year. It's been a close football game, maybe a little bit last week against Armstrong, but we've had tough football games all year long. From week 1 with Holy Angels to we play in our conference, there's no easy game. We got Tonka, Hopkins, Eden Prairie, Wayzata. They're all tough. So we try to prepare the same way each week, and we try to execute a level that we know we have to execute at to play well. You know, we don't. We're not a bunch of, D1 recruits. We have some good players, but we know we have to play well and play with a good attitude and effort to be successful.
Absolutely. And then playing Blaine today, does that mean anything different, being the first crossover game to get to state?
Well, I think it's fun. I've been here 13 years, and we've always had to play, usually Minnetonka or Eden Prairie or somebody in our conference that we see all the time. I think it's enjoyable, and it's fun for me as a coach to play something new, and it's fun for kids. So I think it's good for football in the Metro to have these crossover games and get to see other kids play and against other conferences, and I think it's good for football in Minnesota.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Great job, Rosie. We're just about set for the national anthem. Before we get there, we want to introduce you to Blaine Bengals head coach Tom DeVellis. Again, his team in Section 5 coming in 6-3 on the year. Here's what he had to say about tonight's matchup.
Coach DeVellis, in the last 3 games, you held your opponents to 15 points altogether. What are you going to do the same thing today to a high-powered offense?
Well, we're a pressure defense, and so our biggest thing is making sure we have lots of movements, lots of slants, lots of blitzes, and letting our kids play. So biggest thing we got to do.
Well, knowing that you're 1-3 on the road, considered the underdog, what do you think you have to do to take that away?
Well, we don't look too much in that. I mean, we just like playing at Blaine, so that's why we've done well there. Biggest thing for us, no matter where we're playing, is making sure that we take care of the football. We play sound on special teams and don't give them any free points.
All right, and then how do you feel about playing Edina today?
I like them. It's a different opponent, so it's not the same old teams in our conference. They're one of the best teams in the state, so if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we look forward to it.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, excellent job, Rosie. And so there you look at the Hornets getting ready here. We're in the Hornets' nest at Coleman Stadium. Edina, as you mentioned, in the green jerseys, #1 in the state. There's look at your Bengals in white as they get prepared for this matchup. Rosie, the Bengals coming into this one having allowed just 15 points in their last 3 games. Their defense is going to have to remain at that top-notch level to have a chance tonight.
Right, absolutely. That in itself is amazing, being able to hold 3 teams to 15 points all together in all 3 games.
And then the Edina Hornets on the other side of the football on offense, they've averaged 22 points a game on the season. The Bengals average about 28 points a game on the year. So 2 offenses that can certainly score. A lot of the experts out there early on saying this should be a close game, relatively high scoring, couple of touchdowns perhaps. Here's a look at Mark Hanberg. He's the senior quarterback for the Hornets, a leader on this squad with 10 touchdowns on the season. And look at that completion percentage, Rosie. Nearly 68% of the time he throws the ball, they're going to catch it.
What a player. And you see that over 1,000 yards.
Yes, Hanberg, he's got a 3.6 GPA, scored a 28 on his ACT, so he's a smart kid too. Here's a look at Alex Copa, a guy all you Bengal fans out there are very familiar with. 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions on the season, but Copa a couple of rushing touchdowns on the year as well. You can see here 731 yards on the ground. So we are underway. The temperature 39 degrees here at kickoff at Coleman Stadium. The Hornets back to receive, and they've got a good return here up near midfield. Comes the return man. It's Marley Allison. Gets across midfield. Great field position for the Hornets to start off. So Allison, the big senior receiver, does the kick returning duties for the Hornets as well. At 6'2", 205 pounds. He's got some speed, and we saw it there, Rosie, in the first play. Here's a look at your starters for the Hornets. Mark Hamburg mentioned the quarterback. Kevin Placide is the tailback. Tim Lydon back there at fullback. Nick Boone, Marley Allison, Eric Vicker, the receivers for the Hornets. And look at your offensive line. Ian Collins, Joe Wood, and the center Jack White. Your left guard is Connor Cavanaugh. Your right guard is Matt Rosen. The head coach again, Reed Boltman, for the Edina Hornets on offense. So here we go for the first snap. Looks like a run right side. Gain of about 3 and pushing the pile forward with a great run. The Hornets. It's number 25 for Edina on the carry, Rosie. And Placide, we mentioned, is going to get the ball a lot. Here's a look at your defensive starters for the Bengals. The ends are Lampkin, Schumacher, and the nose guard is Ringlowski. The outside linebacker, Mandre Stewart, and Steven Newberg are the other. And on the inside, Logan Elton, Caleb Butler. The corners are Joe Roble, who also plays receiver, and then Riley Hedstrom. A couple of your Bengals starters as we have second down now. And the Bengals push the pile back for a loss. So on 2nd and 5, the Hornets going backwards. Great defensive play by the Bengals. Rosie, we talked about how on defense they're going to have to play hard tonight, and they did right there.
First few plays of the game, they're proving their defense is strong today.
Josh Lampkin making the stop, number 73 for Big Blue. Makes it a 3rd down and 6 now for the Hornets. On your screen at home, moving left to right in the green jerseys. Look at Lampkin, 36 tackles on the year. Made a big one there for the loss of 1. Your officials for tonight's game, as you hear the public address announcer mentioning Mike Budine, Greg Brown, Adam Berg, and the brothers Tim Goffman and Tom Goffman got a chance to speak with the officials before the game. 3rd and 6, the pass incomplete. This one intended for Marley Allison. He's a big target out there, and incomplete. Looked like it went through his hands, Rosie, and that's a play the Hornets are going to have to make. Take a look one more time. The pass right in and out of his hands. Hanberg made a good throw. Allison couldn't hold on.
He looked ready, just maybe he was feeling the pressure.
So a 4th and 6 upcoming at the 40-yard line for Edina, and we'll see what they're going to do here. It looks like they're set up to punt. The punter is Marley Allison. Good guy to have back there as your punter because he's got some speed at the receiver position. He may be able to take the ball and run on a fake. This time he will get it off his left foot. Punts out of bounds about the 22-yard line, 21-yard line, the official spot. So the Bengals will take over their first drive of the night from there. So good stop for the Bengals, Rosie, on the first drive, showing their defense early. Here's a look at your Bengals starters. Alex Copa, we mentioned, the quarterback, a junior. Kunle Ayinde, look for him to get a lot of touches tonight at the running back spot. Joe Roble, Tyler Drulo, Najee El-Arabi, and Connor Spurbeck, your Bengal receivers. On the offensive line, Mike Sternall, Taylor Van Bramer, and Alex Xavier, the center. The right guards, Brandon V., the right tackle, Jay Kruska. And, of course, the Bengals head coach, Tom DeVellis.
Tom DeVellis actually said my favorite quote, be the best. To beat the best, you have to To be the best, you have to beat the best, right? There we go. Spit it out.
It's very true, and they're playing one of the best tonight. And look at this play, though. The last play, the Bengals get a big first down and a gain of 12 on the first play of the game on a nice pass from Copa to Allende. That's a combination the Bengals will like to use again. First down, 10 to go. Play action left. Copa keeps it up the middle for about 5. So Alex Copa using his legs as we've seen him do so many times this year. Your Hornets on defense, Nick Murtis, Jack Hunzelman, Dion Dorville, Mark Bryan. Your outside linebackers are Kevin Cope, Colin Ritter. Middle linebackers, Miles Lerner. The corners are Derek Todd and Jake Doomer. The safeties are Coleman Foley, and the other secondary spot is Jack Foley. Copa now sacked for a loss of a couple. The Hornets were there right away to swarm around the quarterback, and that'll make it a third down and long for the Bengals. Nice stop there by Murtis, the junior defensive linebacker, defensive lineman rather. Look one more time to see what happened. In the shotgun, Copa gets it, goes right. Looks like he ran into his own man. Looks like a missed block there by number 65 for the Bengals. Causing that was Michael Sternall, the left tackle position. So it's third down and 7 officially now, and it's picked off. The Hornets intercept the pass and take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Edina.
Intercepted by Jack Follen for the touchdown.
Follen picks it up and takes it to the house. A return of about 42 yards to start the scoring.
What a great way for the Hornets to start this game.
Makes it 6-0 early, right when it looked like the Bengals were starting to move the football. Follen has 2 picks on the season, and he gets another one there, and look at that, he returned it right from the 41-yard line. The interception return for the touchdown puts Edina up 6 early. Just 3 minutes into the game, Rosie, and the Hornets already making a statement, not on offense, but on D.
Right, and that was great pressure, and it just ended up working out well for them.
And also we got a timeout now before the extra point effort. Look at Follen. He was pumped up after making that interception, Rosie, and a crucial one early in the game to get that momentum. It looked like the Bengals on their first play from scrimmage had that first down. And, you know, the Hornets come right back and make a statement on D. We mentioned a minute ago, Follen had 2 picks before that one. So
third interception of the year.
And, of course, the one tonight with the score. So the Hornets after the early 6-0 lead here at home in this section crossover matchup. We mentioned the winner goes to downtown Minneapolis to the Metrodome next Friday night in the state tournament. All right, they're going to try the extra point now. It looks like it is up, and it is good. That'll make it 7-0. Patrick LaCour with the extra point. And just like that, 7-0 Edina.
Just a few minutes in. Early lead.
What that does if you're the Bengals, Rosie, is it really kind of deflates you a little bit. You know, your offense, you know you're coming into this game as an underdog. You stopped Edina on their first drive. Great job by the Bengal defense. You come back on offense, get, again, as I mentioned, a first play from scrimmage. That 12-yard catch they made. Allende with a great catch on the far side of the field. Here's a look at the interception one more time. Next play, he tries to go right back to him, but this time number 7 in green is hanging out, makes the pick, and turns it into 6.
You know, the key thing Coach DeVellis said was playing smart. It wasn't that they weren't playing smart, it was just that it was a lucky catch there. He was in the right spot at the right time. One
thing he also stressed was do not give away any free points.
Right, and that's exactly what happened.
You are exactly correct. 7-0 Edina. They'll be back to kick off. LaCour to do the honors from the 40. Back to receive for the Bengals are Joe Roble. And I believe it's Allende. The kickoff to the Bengals on the return with a little bit of running room.
Returning the kick for Blaine, number 15.
It was Allende, as I mentioned. So Allende back there to receive it. So the Bengals will go back on offense, Rosie, and try to correct the mistake they just made a few moments ago. It's always hard as a quarterback and Alex Copa to go right back out there after making a mistake like that on the road, especially in a tough environment like this on a big stage, to try and keep your composure.
Right. Will they let that mistake get to them, or will they keep their composure? You know, it's hard to respond after a mistake like that.
At the 21-yard line, back in the shotgun, handoff right side, a little bit of running room for Allende. Looks like he'll get a pickup of about 3. So Allende getting a healthy dose of carries, as we mentioned he would. Here's a look at what he's done on the season. 629 yards in the ground, 8 touchdowns, and then 2 receiving as well. He's a dual threat, is Allende for Big Blue.
We've gotten the chance to see most of those touchdowns.
We have right here on North Metro TV. And Copa keeps it now. Fakes the handoff left, and on the keeper he gets about 2. It should set them up for about 3rd and 4 now, Rosie, and it will be 3rd down and 4 to go. So a big 3rd down here for the Bengals as Copa looks to the sidelines for the call. In the shotgun is Copa. Bengals down 7-0 early. And looking back to the sideline, perhaps an audible. The offensive line all ears right now, getting the play from their junior quarterback. Copa in his first season as a starter for the Bengals. Back to pass on 3rd and 4. Caught for the first down across the 35, all the way up to the 40, or the 38-yard line will be the official mark. And an excellent grab for the Bengals.
Tyler Drullo.
Look at this. Yeah, nice pass, and look who was hanging out waiting for him again. Jack Follen was in that area, but a great job by Roble of holding on this time. Far side, Allende's got some running room, picks up about 5.
He got through a few of those potential tackles there.
Allende, as we mentioned, will get a lot of touches tonight. It makes it 2nd and 3. They give him a pickup of 7, Rosie. Very good spot here from their own 45. Copa, fake handoff, takes it himself. Wrapped up by 4 Hornets.
Right down hard.
Slammed a little bit to the ground. Clearly a legal hit, though. Excellent stop for Edina. And Miles Lerner was all over it, the middle linebacker. Look one more time. Lerner comes up and pushes the pile down. Had some help from his teammate Dion Dorville, a guy you got to watch out for tonight on the line. Dorville, a powerful player as well, the left tackle, number 97, according to Coach Bolton before the game. He says watch out for him. Dorville, a senior, showing some leadership as well, and you saw it in that last play, number 97 at the middle of your screen.
Look at him. He's ready to play some football.
Nothing intimidating about a 287-pounder, is there?
Exactly.
All right, so the Bengals forced to punt now as they come up a yard shy on 4th down. And the Hornets will take over at their own 22-yard line. So the Bengals, they got 1 first down in that last drive, Rosie, but then right after that they go 3 and out. So unfortunately for Blaine, they had a little bit of offensive momentum going. The first drive got intercepted. Second time around, they get a little momentum going, and they come a yard shy, and they got a punt.
Right. We know they're strong defensively. You know, accidents happen, things happen like that last touchdown, but can they bring their offense today?
So it's officially marked to the 22-yard line. Hornets have got the ball up 7. 6:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. Handoff left side. Some running room for Edina, but then the Bengals are there to wrap up. Number 15, Jake Rickert. Rickert, the junior running back, loses 2 yards in the play. Look one more time. Look, number 15 here, coming out of the backfield. Left side, gets a block, but then there are a couple Bengals there on a missed block, and he stumbles to the ground for a loss of 2. Mandre Stewart with the tackle, number 59 for the Bengals. That sets up a 2nd down and 12 to go. Now under 6 minutes in the opening quarter, right here on North Metro TV. Our trip to the state tournament on the line. Handoff and another stop at the line of scrimmage for the Bengals, and the defensive line for Blaine is stepping up big early on, Rosie.
Right, like I just said, we know their defense is strong. We're seeing them showing up already.
Placide, a guy who's going to get a lot of touches tonight as well He's got 2 touchdowns on the season. 685 yards does precede the tailback for the Hornets. But right there, the Bengals have sniffed it out. They're going to officially call it no gain. Makes it 3rd and 12. 5-minute mark now. It's Hamburg in the shotgun. Gets the snap, looking right side to pass. Going deep. Incomplete. Intended for his target. That was Ray Washington. And the Bengals again showing some good D. This time in the secondary, Rosie.
Ryan Grayheck was there to block that pass. As you see, Ryan Grayheck just grabbed that.
Excellent call, Rosie. Yes, number 26 indeed. Grayheck, the senior defensive back. The Bengals showing some D in the secondary as well as on their defensive line. A short punt here, hits the 45-yard line, takes an Edina bounce across midfield to the Bengal 47 where they'll mark it. So Blaine will take over now. Again, they have played great defense early, but they've yet to get their offense clicking. We've seen a couple of good plays, but they got to be consistent, according to Coach DeVellis, if they're going to win the game.
Absolutely, and it's pretty obvious, but we're seeing it. The defense is strong. The offense right now needs to show up.
In the shotgun, the snap a little high for Copa. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. He might get a half a yard out of it. But you know, the other thing, Rosie, is the Bengals have had great field position tonight. You know, they've been up here around the 40-yard line. A couple of they've gotten at least this far, but never crossed midfield yet.
Only 1 first down so far.
They need one here on 2nd and 10. 4:08 to go. Again, back in the shotgun. That's where he likes to be. Is Copa. Allende on the right side is going to give him a block. The pass is incomplete on the far side of the field. Diving for the football for the Bengals was number 7 out. Excuse me. Let's watch this one more time.
17. Connor Spurbeck dove for that last one. Copa throwing that pass. Yes. Spurbeck.
He almost caught it one-handed with his left hand, but just a little bit.
A lot of effort.
Deep. Makes it should be 3rd down. It is 3rd and 10 now. At their own 47 for Blaine. Again, Copa back in the shotgun, looks to pass. This time finds his target, Joe Roble on the slant. Roble gets close to the first down, depends where they mark it, and it looks like he's going to have a first down. Joe Roble, great job getting that quick slant and making a first down out of it. Yards after the catch right here. Look at this. He gets 5, all 10 yards he needed right after he caught the football.
Right, Coleman Foley, that was number 26 for the Hornets. He just grabbed onto his foot and wouldn't let go.
He made a great stop, and he just about stopped him shy of the first down marker. It's their 2nd first down of the night. First time they've been across midfield. Cope on the keeper, goes right side for a couple. Ends up at about the 38-yard line. Excellent effort by Alex Copa, the junior quarterback, showing his legs again, Rosie Erickson.
Good way of working through the defenders, trying to get as many yards as he could there.
They're going to give him 5. 2nd down, 5 to go, Bengals. Copa again in the shotgun. He's got Allende in the backfield. And incomplete, batted away at the line. Great defensive effort for Edina. And Jack Hunzelman, the 6'2" linebacker, putting his paw up in the air to make it an incomplete pass. And it looked like Allende was wide open in the backfield. They like that little short pass, but Hunzelman broke it up. 3rd and 5 now. A little over 3 minutes to go. We got a flag on the play. And we'll see what the call is. Perhaps a delay of game or a false start, where they call it illegal procedure here at the high school level. We'll see what the call is. And it looks like they're trying to find out where the
looked like he's
offside.
calling first down.
It's, I believe, an offside penalty on the defense. So the Bengals will get 5 more yards and thus a first down out of the deal. So first penalty of the game going against either team, and it's the Hornets. So the Bengals made a mistake on the interception. The Hornets making a very minor mistake there on the 5-yard penalty. It gives Copa and the Bengals a chance. Incomplete, dropped and then picked back up. They will say it was an incomplete pass, not a fumble. Looks like Najee El-Arabi right there, who the first time we called his name tonight.
He was looking to run too quick. He took his head off the ball, or took his eye off the ball and started running a little too early.
Excellent observation. Makes it 2nd down and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Bengals down 7 on the road here. A trip to the state tournament on the line. Again, Cope on the shotgun. This time give right side. The pile of Hornet defenders pushes him back to near the line of scrimmage. So it'll be another big 3rd down for Blaine coming up. They'll call it no gain. Makes it 3rd and 10 from the Hornet 33. This is outside the range of a field goal, so they're going to have to get a 1st down here unless they decide to go for it on 4th. They are nearing the red zone. 3rd and 10. Copa again. Gets it to Allende. Allende with some room across the 30 down to the 26-yard line. He'll be about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. What will they do here on 4th and a couple? One more time, you see Copa, great play fake there to get it to Allende on the handoff right side. He was 3 yards short. They'll give him a pickup of 7. 4th and 3 from the 26. Bengals, good idea to go for it here. We'll see if they can capitalize. It's far too far for a field goal for Zach Wright. The batted away pass at the line of scrimmage will make it Edina football. And great job there in the special teams unit of the Hornets.
Once
Colin
again,
Ritter.
Batted away for the 2nd time in the last few plays.
Well, yeah, Copa is having a hard time there getting it over that tall defensive line. Copa is 6 feet tall, but some of those tall defenders for Edina getting in his way. That was Colin Ritter, the linebacker, and on the one prior to that it was Hunzelman. So both the linebackers and defensive linemen getting their hands up in the air. This gives the Hornets the ball at their own 26, 1st down. Pass on the far side is caught up across the 30, about the 32-yard line.
Marley Allison with the catch there.
Marley Allison, one of the guys we want to watch out for tonight. He's a very talented receiver, is Allison at 6'2", 205 pounds. A good target for his quarterback, Handberg. They'll give him a pickup of 6. Makes it 2nd down and 4 now. There's a look at Allison wide right on your screen. The bottom of your screen. Under a minute to go now. 2nd and 4, and they will go to Allison again at the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle. A couple of Bengals bring him down. Roble was one of them there on defense, but it's enough for a 1st down. A pickup of about 8. Fakes the handoff, goes right side. Allison.
Schumacher trying to get that tackle.
Roble was in there as well, but a tough guy to bring down is Allison. 2 catches for 14 yards tonight. They're at the 41-yard line. Edina up 7 here at home, nearing the end of the 1st quarter. Handberg in the shotgun. Handoff left side to Placide. Placide gets about a yard in the play. So the clock is going to run down here to the end of quarter number 1. And at 7-0, the Hornets out to the lead on the 41-yard interception return for a touchdown in the first 3 minutes of the game. Made it 7-0. The Bengals have not been able to strike back on offense yet. They've played some pretty good D, but they'll need some more as we go to the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Hornets here at North Metro TV. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter coming up. The Hornets here at home leading the Blaine Bengals 7-0. Along with Rosie Erickson, I'm Matt Johnson bringing you the action here on North Metro TV. The Hornets scoring the opening touchdown 3 minutes in on a 41-yard interception return. The Bengals on D now trying to stop the Hornet offense that averages 22 points a game. The offense yet to score tonight, but moving now right to left on your screen with a good first down pickup there.
Last play, Handberg looking for someone to throw to. Looked like Boone was open. Grabbed that, actually gained a few more yards after that catch.
The Bengals trying to strip the football loose there towards the end of the play. Ryan Grayek, but couldn't do it before they went out of bounds. Boone, his first catch on the night. He's got 3 TDs on the season. 1st and 10 now. Hornets at their 48 of the Bengals. Back in the shotgun again is Handberg. Handoff right side. Good look to Placide. Placide's got some running room on the right side. Placide from the Bengal 48 all the way down to the 20. Out of bounds to the 19. A big first down. A 29-yard pickup for Placide on the pitch. Pitch right side. A couple of good blocks there. No holding. And a big first down. He holds on to the football. Bengals going for the face, not the place you want to tackle a guy like Placide.
Least Mandre Stewart for the Blaine Bengals grabbed him. He looked like he was going to be gone.
It's a 26-yard pickup officially. Placide now with 4 carries for 35 tonight. Just 18 seconds into the quarter. This time Placide gets it. He's going to be tackled for a loss. A couple of Bengals wrap him up behind the line. Take a look at the replay here. Make it 2nd down and 12 to go. Bengals get in there quickly. That defensive line has played a stellar game tonight. This is the furthest the Hornets have gotten into Blaine territory on offense tonight. A loss on that play makes it 2nd again and 12. From the 24-yard line. Again, this time Handberg under center. He's got his tail back in the backfield. Pitches it to Placide. Left side, he's got some room. Placide all the way down to the 5. A gain of 19 yards for another Hornet first down. There it was, Rosie, the pitch. The Bengals miss a tackle there. Trying to wrap him up was Hedstrom, but finally they run him out of bounds at the 7-yard line officially.
Once again, looking to rely on Placide running it down.
The Hornet trying to get the fans fired up for the first offensive touchdown of the night. The Bengals here wrap him up though after a pickup of about 2. It's Placide again, who has 685 yards on the season, but just 2 touchdowns. Placide, number 25 in green, active tonight, especially on this last drive. It's 2nd down and goal to go from the 4. Placide in the backfield, gets it up the middle, wrapped up at about the 2. So the Bengals goal line defense will be tested now. Their defensive line has stood up pretty strong all night long, Rosie. But this is a big spot here on 3rd and goal.
The Hornets have been working their way down, looking for another goal. Looking for another touchdown after state soccer.
Go!
Yep.
Hey, they're trying to get to the end zone. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. The end zone is the goal, and this time the Bengals are going to wrap them up again for no gain. So again, the Blaine defensive line stepping up here in a big spot.
Holding strong like a brick wall in this play. See the Blaine defense really taking him down. Look at, they all surround him. Get him down there.
Joe Roble coming out of the secondary, making the stop. So they're set up for a field goal now. It'd be a 20-yarder for Patrick LaCour. LaCour, it is up, and it is good. The 20-yard field goal makes it 10-0. The Hornets on the field goal from LaCour. This one coming 4 minutes in to the second quarter.
About this time in the first quarter, they scored their touchdown, and now gaining the extra few points.
And a field goal there. It was a short one, almost like an extra point. Right. So certainly a good decision by the coaching staff and Boltman, the head coach for the Hornets. Now let's take some points right now in what could be a close game. 10-0. The Bengals have got to be pretty happy defensively. They did not allow a touchdown there. A big defensive stand at the goal line. There's a big difference between 14-0 and 10-0.
Absolutely, but at the same time, the Hornets are being consistent.
Indeed they are. Hey, there we are.
If you want to tape all that up.
You can't see us. This is all the secret information that we're sharing with you tonight. Happy to be here along with Rosie Erickson. I'm Matt Johnson, and don't forget you can always order a DVD of this broadcast online by going to northmetrotv.com. You can also watch games online there. And the Bengals on the return, fumbling the football a little bit. They're going to cover it up at the 25. So our attention back on the field now as you see the opening kick. They tried to kind of squib it.
Allende hitting the ball with his knee.
Yeah, it looks like it hit him in the right calf area, I suppose.
Good idea to just jump on the ball there.
Absolutely, Rosie. So the Bengals get it at the 25. First down, incomplete on the pass. Attempted again for El Arabi. So El Arabi has had 2 dropped passes tonight, Rosie.
Yeah, and he looked confused in that last play, like, where is it?
It was just a little screen pass, line of scrimmage, and he was not able to hold on. So it's 2nd and 10 now for the Bengals. They'll make some adjustments here. El Arabi now lined up on the right side. Copa back to pass, looking to throw. Finds El Arabi this time on the near side of the 30-yard line across the 32-yard line. A pickup of about 7. So a 3rd and short 3 coming up here. Copa finding some space. El Arabi making up for the 2 drops. But now they need an even bigger one on 3rd and 3 in their own territory. This time Copa on the option keeps it. Back to the right side across the first down marker at the 35-yard line for a big Bengal first down.
And there's a flag. I don't know if you saw.
They're pointing to the defense. And it's going to be, yep, it's a face mask. If you look at the official, it's going to be, not sure if it's a 5-yarder or a 15-yarder. It looks like it's a 15-yard face mask penalty. So you watch him here. He grabs the face mask and pulls it, and that's Dorville. The big defensive lineman, number 97, who we profiled earlier, Rosie, and that's a mistake they can't afford to make.
Absolutely, really helped out the Bengals here.
Gives them the ball at midfield after a 15-yard penalty. No gain on that pass. El Arabi makes his 2nd straight catch, this one for no gain.
That last play looked like helmet to helmet, as we'll see in this replay.
Here's a look at El Arabi here at midfield, and no, it looks like he just wrapped him up low. But a good hit for Edina to put El Arabi to the ground and makes it 2nd and 10. Perhaps a little bit of movement on the line there. Copa, keeper, breaks a couple of tackles and picks up 3 yards, Rosie. I didn't think he was going to get anything out of that. But then he kind of squirmed through a couple defenders there for a couple-yard gain.
He's been doing that throughout the game so far.
Take a look at it one more time here. He kind of fakes right, runs left, breaks a tackle there. And then the big guy comes up and makes the stop. Excellent effort by Coleman Foley. Foley also the long snapper for the Hornets, who has got dreams of playing at Notre Dame, trying to perhaps be a walk-on in college for the Irish. That is his goal. Pass, it is caught for a first down on the near side. at the 37-yard line for Blaine.
Drulo with the catch there. A much needed, great play. See that pass.
Drulo with 193 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns on the year. Gets a clutch catch there for the Bengals. There's 7:04 on the clock now. Back in the shotgun as Copa throws it all the way across the line of scrimmage on the far side to his receiver, Allende. Allende picks up 12 on the play, or about 10 there. Let's look at this one more time. Look at this, is a tough pass all the way across the line of scrimmage.
And then you see Allende running alongside pretty much all the defenders.
He gets the first down. They're gonna actually measure for it, Rosie. 19 yards on the ground for Copa tonight, and they're gonna be just barely short, I believe. Yes, they're a couple of inches shy. Are the Bengals? That makes it 2nd and inches now. It is a game of inches, Rosie.
Looks like they're gonna do it once more. They're checking out the field, just
moving the ball a little closer to the middle of the field.
Spotting the ball.
Make sure we got it in the right spot on the field. It'll be the 27-yard line officially. So the Bengals, their best field position of the night on offense, down just 10. They could use some points here, whatever way they can get them. Under 7 minutes to go the first half. Copa looking to pass again. Going deep on the slant. Incomplete. Nearly picked off. The Hornets were all over it. And once again, Jack Fallon. Look at number 7 in green right here on defense. Comes into the picture late. The other Hornets that was there was Coleman Foley again as well, number 26. Big stop there, 3rd and 1. Copa on the keeper, wrapped up, but he gets the first down, a pickup of 2. So Copa keeps it on the ground. That's a play that he does so well. The quarterback keeper, nice play by number 95 for Edina to wrap him up. That is Greg Maloney on the stop. He's 240 pounds himself. Allende makes the catch on the near side. Doesn't get much, maybe 1 yard. Rose, we've seen the Bengals play a lot of games this season, and they really like to run the football. Tonight, they are using the passing game. Not necessarily playing catch-up, but doing a good job effectively throwing the football tonight as well. A good mix on this drive of the run and the pass. This time they'll get the run up the middle. Allende keeps it for maybe a yard. He'll get about 3 actually. So 3rd and 8. This is a big 3rd down for the Bengals, Rosie. They're at the 24-yard line. Still not really in field goal range. You need 8 big yards here to keep the drive alive. It's probably 4 down territory. Intercepted again! And he's got room to run! The Hornets pick it off from the 24. It's going to be a 76-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Derek Todd with the touchdown. That was an amazing touchdown by the Hornets. How many yards was that?
76 yards.
76
on the
yards.
Return for the touchdown. Pick 6 for Derek Todd, the 6'1" senior. And here's how it happened, Rosie. Copa goes back to pass his receiver, not even looking for him. Connor Spurback, a little bit of a miscommunication there. And all that Todd saw was lots of Hornet green on the field to run.
Amazing run by Todd.
The second pick 6 of the night for the Hornets. This one puts them up 17-0. Unbelievable, the defensive play in the secondary tonight for the Hornets. We just talked about how the Bengals were starting to really be effective throwing the football, and then you make a mistake like this. Spurback was not going to chase him down. And Copa actually got pretty close to making the stop. Well, if you're the quarterback, you're the first one to know that you threw an interception. So you better hustle the other direction down the field, try to make a big play.
That was tough. That is tough because both of the Hornets' touchdowns now have been because of mistakes.
Yes, and we talked again to Coach DeVellis before the game, and he said all we've got to do is not make mistakes. Play our A game, and we should be all right. And they were playing very well.
Right.
Take away those 2 pick sixes, you've got a 3-0 game right now.
Right. Once again, he said play smart and not give anything free.
Todd, the 76-yard interception return for the touchdown. We mentioned the other one in the first quarter, a 41-yard interception return for a touchdown. The Hornets had that. And I believe it was Kevin Coate who made that play. So 17-0. The kickoff goes out of bounds into the end zone for a touchback. What an excellent leg Patrick LaCour has got. That is not easy. Kicking that ball 60 yards off the tee. Coach DeVellis talking to the guys right now, trying to keep them in this game. He says this is the best group of players he has played with in his career. Just the way they play together as a team and show leadership out there. They have that never give up attitude. They're going to need that tonight, down 17 here as we approach halftime. Copa 66 yards through the air tonight, but 2 crucial interceptions. From their own 20 now, Copa and the Bengals trying to get something back. Left side, Allende, he's got plenty of space. Allende across the 40 to the 30, 35, turn to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Bengals answer seconds later with a huge 80-yard touchdown run by Kunle Allende.
Allende not happy with the last few touchdowns for the Hornets, responding so well with a huge touchdown.
Wow, that'll get the Bengal fans who made the trip down here
something to talk about.
Something to cheer about as well. Wow, that even took my breath a little bit away. Rosie, look at that.
Right, responded so quickly.
Woo! 5 carries for 21 yards prior to that. And Allende takes that one 80 yards for a big 6. Now they'll try to add the extra point. It is good right down the middle. So now, all of a sudden, it is a 17-7 football game. Kunle Allende, 80 yards. Are you kidding me?
Amazing run by Allende.
Look at this one more time.
All right.
Allende gets the handoff left side. A couple of good blocks by his receivers out there. Allende, as we mentioned, boasts the run-pass threat. Copa kind of faking the keeper to the right. Allende comes kind of in motion from the right side to the left side across midfield, and all he saw was green after that.
Not looking back at all. He was running home.
Wow. So we're back to a 2-score game now with 5 minutes to go in the half. Kunle Allende, the big run, and that'll get the sidelines fired up a little bit. Allende, as we mentioned, 556 yards on the season, getting his 9th score of the year on that play.
Before the half, they needed something big, and they did it to get back in this game.
It's that little spark to keep the Bengals fired up a little bit. And the Bengals sidelines, their cheerleaders that have made the trip down here, starting to feel like if they can stop making crucial mistakes, they could be right in this thing. And they are now down 10. Kickoff, the Hornets, a good return up to the 29-yard line. And they'll have 5 minutes for their offense to go to work here before the half. It was Placide on the kick return. Placide, an all-around guy as well. Good look there into the Edina bench. The offense is going to take a breather. Or excuse me, the defense is going to take a breather. Hornet ball now from their own 29, up 10 here at home in the shotgun. Again is Handberg, pressured, escapes the defenders, gets all the way up to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 17. 18 yards on the run, and Mark Hanberg, this should have been a sack. In the shotgun, a couple of Bengals closing in on him, missing the tackle. Another missed tackle there from Mitchell Thurner, resulting in the big run, and now the big pass. He is first down for the Hornets down near the red zone.
Hornets have had multiple big plays now. That last catch by Nick Boone.
Here's a look at it. High snap in the shotgun to Hanberg. Fakes the run. Going down the middle to Boone, the 6'4" receiver. A tall target. He hit him there. Left side now, Placide from the 25. A flag on the play now, and we'll await the call. So some firepower now on offense for the Hornets, who have yet to score an offensive touchdown tonight. The flag at the 26 is going to be against the Hornets. I believe it's a hold. And it is. A holding penalty against Edina. That'll be 10 yards. The referee, Mike Budine, making the call. On
Last few plays for the Hornets really got them working their way down the field really quick.
Makes it first down and 21 now from the Bengal 36. Hanberg in the gun again. He's got Placide to his right. Looks past left. Finds his man, Allison. Allison with some running room after the catch across the 20 to the... Well, they'll mark it at the 20. Marley Allison with another big catch.
Hornets doing well, gaining yards. Hanberg here, passing it.
Allison with 50 catches on the season. 5 touchdowns. He averages 13.5 yards a catch and had about that there. About 7 in that one. He had it was a 15-yard reception. So now on 2nd and 5, they go to the end zone in the corner, and it's intercepted! The Bengals return the favor on D with a big-time pick from Joe Roble.
Hanberg's pass is intercepted in the end zone.
This game has been huge from both sides, doing some great things out there. Roble just intercepting in this last play.
Look at this one more time.
Looked like a Hail Mary almost.
Well, yeah, it was from about 25 yards out, right into the hands of Roble. The intended target was Marley Allison. The Bengals know number 5 is their go-to guy. They covered him good there, and a big-time pick gives the Bengals the football back with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. The first pick thrown by Hanberg tonight. Bengals go back to the ground game, where they have found incredible success tonight.
On the tackle for the Hornets,
this time, they give to El Arabi. Picks up 2 yards on the play. The Bengals with 3:18, probably going to have to go to the air a little bit here. Back in the shotgun. Again, it's Copa. And nothing doing there. And it was Copa on the keeper, I believe. Let's look at the replay here. You'll see in the shotgun, Copa keeps it. It's hard on that option as a defender to try to read it. You don't know if Copa's going to keep it or they're going to give it to Allende.
Right.
Didn't trick him there, though. There, look at the signals from the sideline. Copa looks down the play. 3rd and 9. 2:39 to go in the half. In the shotgun now. Bengals need a first down. Copa looking to pass. He's got a man open. Caught for the first down.
Great catch by El Arabi for the first down.
It's going to be very close again. He's right at the 30, and it should be, and it is a first down. Yep, they're going to move the chains, Rosie, and a huge first down. And really, El Arabi was open that entire play. Just a little curl route, an easy one. He goes straight out, turns right back around, looks for the ball, and made the great catch. After a couple of drops early, he redeemed himself here in the second quarter. from the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Bengals. Again in the shotgun. Copa looking to pass. This one is caught across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And Zach Wiley making his first catch of the night. Here's one more look. Wiley, the 5'11 junior receiver, right into his arms there. Stopped by Cullen Rash. It's 2nd and 3 now. Another pass, and this one is
looked like it
caught.
was scooped up, but the official was.
They were there to look at it. Tyler Drulow. Let's see if our replay tells us anything. Drulow a little bit low, does not hit the ground. The replay confirms that it is a catch. And so 1st down. Now Copa back to pass again. This one probably did hit the ground, and it did. Well, 50-50 on ground balls tonight.
Right.
Ella Robbie getting that one off the hop. Here's one more peek at it.
Looked like it hurt and kicked in the head of it.
Yeah,
Actually, body, yeah.
There was Jack Fallon again, all over the place. The Hornet swarming on D tonight. It's 2nd and 10 now, 1:22 on the clock. In the shotgun, Cope back to pass. Coming to the back to the line of scrimmage to make the reception, I believe, is Ayinda.
That made me nervous.
Yeah,
Looked like a possible interception there.
He ran into a little bit of traffic there, and you described it perfectly, Rosie. Look one more time here. Yeah, there was number 95 on the defensive line was there. A couple other linebackers tried to make the stop and did. Drulow gets nothing. It's 3rd and 7. Timeout on the field. So with 1:13 to go, Rosie Erickson, you've got the ball at your own 46-yard line. You've got to, let's see, you've got to probably get down to about the 15-yard line before you can even think about a field goal. Maybe the 20-yard line. Not sure of the range. Zach Strand, Zach Wright, both do kicking duties for the Bengals. So, you know, you've got to probably get, I would say, at least another 40 yards here to have a chance of getting
Keep
some
getting
points.
those first downs.
You need a big one here on 3rd and 7. First things first, get the first down.
Right.
Before they worry about putting points on the board. Copa and the Bengals take their time looking to the sidelines to make sure they've got the right play. Copa in the shotgun, 1:13 on the clock, looking to pass, pressured, he eludes the pressure, throws out of bounds, incomplete. He had to just get rid of it there, Rosie, and a smart play by the young guy to avoid a sack. So it's going to be 4th and 7, and now it's decision time for the Bengals. You really, with a whole minute and 7 seconds left, the Hornets have got their timeouts left. Good idea to go ahead here and punt. So Copa is going to be the punter, also the quarterback. So we know he can run if they do decide to fake it. And he will kick it off the right foot. It's blocked! And it'll get a very fortunate Bengal bounce to even go across midfield. So, well, it's a 12-yard punt.
That was a great block, though, you know, but tough for the Bengals.
Copa lucky he even got it across midfield here, because right there it could have died. But it bounced about another 10 yards into Hornet territory. So Edina will have 57 seconds left.
That was off of the block was by Greg Mullinan. You see there?
The senior defensive lineman playing some special teams. That was a special play there.
Let him go in short. They're going to
Absolutely.
Hornets not wasting any time here. They'll get across the line of scrimmage on the keeper by Handberg. Feeling a little pressure from the Bengal D there. Runs a few seconds off the clock. 52 left. Can the Hornets add a couple of points to the board before the half? Out of bounds to conserve the time. It's now 2nd and 7 for the Hornets from their own 45. Edina up 17-7. Handberg to throw. Finds his receiver at midfield. Good grab there by Ben Boone, the sophomore, getting into the action. It's enough for the first down. The Hornets quickly back to the line of scrimmage. With 40 seconds on the clock now, first down, back to pass. They've got some space. It's caught for the first down over the leaping Bengal defender. Eric Vicker with the catch, but look at this, should have been an interception, but
Riley Hedstrom nearly had the interception there.
Yeah, the Bengals just about had a pick, and you know, it looks like he just kind of came off of the play a little bit. It was Tyler Drulow defending on the play, and he jumped a little bit too early, didn't stay with the receiver, and that results in a big play. Vicker with 142 yards receiving on the season. And got a big Hornet first down there. We have another timeout. Take a look one more time at what's at stake here, Rosie Erickson. Of course, we mentioned the winner of this one will go on to take on either Champlain Park or Wayzata. So the Lake Conference teams, Wayzata, Edina, Eden Prairie, and Minnetonka, and the Northwest Suburban Conference team, Maple Grove, Osseo, Blaine, and Champlain Park here in this one. The winner goes on to play either Champlain Park or Wayzata in the state tournament the next Friday night. So it would be big upset if the Bengals could pull this one off and move on to the Metrodome.
Absolutely. This is a big game, big crossover game tonight.
Sections 5 and 6 in Class 6A, going head-to-head in the first season of that format. So you're not really you can't really win a section championship. You can win a crossover championship and go on to the Dome in the state quarterfinals. Sacked for a loss. Number 53 in on the play for the Bengals. It looks like it was Zach Strand. Handberg behind the line of scrimmage, and Strand was there with a big-time sack, and that gives him a loss. Puts him out of any chance of field goal range with 23 seconds on the clock. Just got a left hand on him. It was enough to trip him on the knee.
That's all you need.
Another timeout on the field now. So 2nd and 15 upcoming. There's a 33-yard line, Rosie. The Hornets probably need about 20 yards here before they can think about a field goal. And they've got 23 seconds to do it. Up 17-7. It would be big for Edina if they could add a few here.
You know, there has only been big plays for touchdowns tonight, so it's possible we might see something big.
Still yet to score an offensive touchdown are the Hornets. Both of their touchdowns tonight on interception returns. So this could be their chance, but will time be a factor? Let's see. Second down, 15 to go now at the 33. In the shotgun again is the quarterback, Handberg. Handberg looking to throw. Pressured. Moves right side. He escapes the pressure on the far side. Goes out of bounds. And they're going to mark it at about the 25-yard line. A pickup of 8. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 17 seconds after this run, Rosie.
Still not enough for first down.
Good job of eluding the pressure. That Bengal defense, those guys coming around the end are very quick. That's the strength of this Bengal defense. Coach Javelis said our linebackers, in addition to those defensive ends, can get around. They're quick and they can make plays. But a good job there of Handberg of eluding the pressure to get a few yards. This pass up the middle is caught at the 17-yard line. It's enough for the first down. They're going to move the chains with 13 seconds to go, and they're going to spike it to stop the clock. So it'll be second down upcoming, but I got to see this replay again. Does the ball hit the ground? No, he kept it and wrapped it up. Excellent
Just got
grab.
it in.
Excellent catch by Ben Boone, his second of the night. The sophomore, and the replay confirms that he kept it off the ground. That's really tough. A lot of times it's easy to trap it between your hands and the ground, but he did a great job of keeping it off the ground. Coach Boltman coming into this game confident, his team losing only one game on the season. That was to Totino Grace back on September 7th. Pass incomplete in the end zone.
Pass was incomplete to Allison.
The fans taking a big sigh of relief here. They thought they had this one.
Marley Allison there for the catch. Just couldn't get his hands on it. Or hold on to it.
On the crossing pattern there, he had it in stride, Rosie,
Right.
and dropped it. And
That
what that
was
does,
close.
The corner to attempt a 34-yard.
and we're going to have another timeout here. It's going to be Edina calling the timeout with 8 seconds on the clock. So LaCour is going to attempt a 35-yard field goal, Rosie, and that's a pretty long field goal here for the foot of LaCour. But we've seen he's got a pretty strong leg tonight, both on kickoffs, kicking it into the end zone for a touchback one time. And he does have one field goal tonight of 20 yards earlier on. Don't forget to watch Sports Den daily at 2, 6, 10, both AM and PM. It premieres live on Wednesdays at 6 for all of your action as we wrap up the fall sports season with our teams Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. And Rosie, a lot of our teams finding some success this fall. We look forward to a lot more action here as playoffs continue, and volleyball and soccer as well as football. The 35-yard attempt now coming from LaCour. The kick is blocked! The Bengals pick it up, and they've got room to run! As the clock expires, they're going to take it to the house! Oh, baby, a huge play! Sam Kriegler, the senior defensive back, blocks the field goal, and he takes it 82 yards!
What did I say? No touchdown has been ordinary, all amazing.
Look at the speed of Kriegler to take it 82 yards to the house. And the Bengals with an extra point can pull to within 3. At the halftime buzzer.
What an amazing first half it has been.
The Bengals will try to add one to make it a 3-point game. It is no good! Off the post. And Rosie, that could be a huge factor if this game is close down to the wire. Zach Wright misses the extra point. So a bit of a damper on that last huge play for the Bengals. But nonetheless, we take a deep breath going into the halftime locker room. 17-13 Hornets. The Bengals fueling a little comeback.
Absolutely.
We'll be back to you right after this.
Check it out. Oh, that is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
Ooh,
that matter in the community. New episodes premiere Fridays at 6:30 p.m.
High school sports highlights and a recap of your teams, Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. Watch Sports Den. New episodes each Wednesday live at 6 p.m.
Watch Inside Entertainment to find out which movies you'll want to check out at the theater.
Pierre Roddy to the 10, 5, touchdown Cougars!
Educational and informative programming focused on local events created to inform our communities on issues regarding public safety.
NMTV can also be watched anywhere in the world live, on the web, and on demand at northmetrotv.com.
Once the polls close on Tuesday, November 6th, tune in to North Metro TV for complete coverage of Election Day.
Join us as we focus on local election results while also keeping you up to date on state and national races.
Starting at 8 p.m., our team coverage will bring you live results, in-depth stories, and exclusive interviews.
North Metro TV, your home for Local Decision 2012.
Lionel Lakes is the gateway to the metro area, just minutes north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Conveniently located on I-35W, this growing city still maintains its North Country feel. Lionel Lakes values its award-winning schools. Outdoor lovers will discover miles of hiking, biking, and water trails. Growing businesses will find premier development opportunities with great freeway visibility and ready to help your businesses grow. Come to live, work, and play in Lino Lakes.
I can go get water.
Welcome back to Edina. The Hornets leading the Bengals 17-13 here at the half at Coleman Stadium. Along with Rosie Erickson, I'm Matt Johnson. And Rosie, we need to take a deep breath. This has been a heck of a football game. A lot on the line here. The winner goes to the state tournament. Here's a look at some of the highlights. It started off 3 minutes into the game on the 41-yard interception return for the touchdown from Jack Fallon on the pass from Copa. And then there's one more. Look at it. Fallon taking it 41 yards, made it 7-0, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. They would add a field goal shortly after that, would the Hornets. So off to a strong start, made it 10-0. And then this was their second interception return for a touchdown. Derek Todd took this one 76 yards for the score. That one a couple of minutes in to the second quarter, made it 17-0. Todd finding nothing but Hornet green on that play. Put him up 17-0. But then the Bengals came back. Kunle Ayinde, 80 yards from the touchdown on the left side. Had plenty of space to run. Copa faked right. In motion came Ayinde from the right side and took it 80 yards to the score. The Bengals felt a little bit of life. It was 17-7 at that point. And then at the halftime break, 3 seconds to go, Sam Kriegler, the blocked field goal, takes it back 82 yards for another big Bengals score. They miss the extra point, which could be clutch if it comes down to a 3-point game. But it makes it 17-13, and the Bengals just glad they're still in this football game right now.
You know, this first half has been anything but boring.
We've got a lot more to come. 17-13, the Hornets leading the Bengals, and a trip to the state tournament on the line. We'll be right back here on North Metro TV.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with an SD deficiency? Do you feel that you're missing out on the fun of high school sports coverage? Then take a weekly dose of Sports Den on North Metro 15. You'll be updated with highlights and analysis of your local schools, Blaine, Centennial, and Spring Lake Park. Warning, taking Sports Den may increase levels of adrenaline, resulting in cheering, applause, and high fives. Milder side effects may include a desire to see yourself on Sports Den, and in rare circumstances, answering trivia questions and winning t-shirts.
Sports Den worked for me. Ask your coaches if it can work for you.
Come to Ham Lake and see how good life can be. Conveniently located only 20 miles north of the Twin Cities on Highway 65, yet Ham Lake has kept its rural charm. Residents of Ham Lake enjoy 1-acre minimum lots, giving you space to live with abundant natural green spaces and recreational activities like boating, fishing, golf, disc golf, camping and playgrounds, and tons of seasonal fun all year round. Ham Lake is home to one of the top school districts with consistent high scores in standardized testing and community ratings. Ham Lake is a business-friendly city and willing to work with businesses and developers of all sizes. Whether you are just starting out or looking to grow, Ham Lake has the business opportunities you've been waiting for. Life in Ham Lake moves a little slower, and that's the way we like it. Ham Lake offers space to live, to grow, and space to relax. Come visit Ham Lake and see for yourself what you are missing. Ham Lake is convenient country living.
Welcome back to Coleman Stadium, home of the Edina Hornets. They lead the Bengals 17-13 here as we get ready for the second half. Along with Rosie Erickson, I'm Matt Johnson, and boy, we have had a thrilling first half of football, Rosie, and I'm sure we've got 24 good minutes to go.
Right, there's been a lot of exciting plays, turnovers.
As you said, it's been all big plays, really. We mentioned earlier, as you saw in the highlights at halftime, the 41-yard interception return for a touchdown for Edina 3 minutes into the game in the first quarter, put them up 7-0. They got a field goal from LaCour, made it 10-0. It was 17-0 after another interception return for a touchdown. That one's 76 yards. But then Kunle Allende coming up big in the clutch for an 80-yard touchdown run. And then right at the half, the Bengals and Sam Kriegler block a field goal, take it 82 yards for the score, miss the extra point, and it's just been a roller coaster, drama-filled first half. Buckle your seatbelts for second half.
Absolutely. Both Blaine Bengals touchdowns have been over 80 yards.
The only scoring on offense for Edina has been a field goal. Here's a look one more time at the brackets. Here we are. This is what's at stake. A trip to the state tournament on the line at the Metrodome. It is the Section 5 and 6 6A bracket. So after the winner of this one, they will take on the higher seed of the rest of the matchups. So Minnetonka, Maple Grove, Eden Prairie, and Osseo at the top half, and then Blaine, Edina, Champlin, Park, Wayzata at the bottom. They'll reseed all of the teams that win, and then they'll determine who their matchup will be in the state quarterfinals. So a trip to the Dome is at stake, and fans here from Edina having fun.
Dressed up in Halloween costumes.
Yeah, we're only 2 days removed from my favorite holiday of Halloween.
Did you dress up?
Well, I was a play-by-play announcer on Halloween. So
is that a costume?
we did the Bengals volleyball game. The girls were victorious, and we'll see them again, Rosie, you and I, tomorrow.
Absolutely, that should be fun.
So
a lot of
playoff
tournaments going on right now.
Yeah, the boys and girls soccer teams of Blaine have also had successful seasons. And the Bengals will get the football to start the second half. They deferred in the first half, and if we turn around, we can wave at the camera.
It's gone, Matt.
Fear the Hornet? Oh, it's back. Wave, Rosie. Oh,
it's gone again, Matt.
They're too slow.
Nice try.
I'm not going to try this time.
Yeah, don't you try.
The Hornet, us. Us, the Hornet. The Hornet, us. Whoa, dude, put some clothes on.
Wow, he has to be clothes.
It's 38 degrees as we get set for the second half kickoff, and the Hornet faithful without a shirt on and really no pants on.
Why is he not dressed in this weather?
I'm glad we're dressed up here in the press box.
Yes.
So the Bengals will get the football back as they deferred because they kicked it off to start the game. So here we go. We are underway in the second half. Another kind of squib kick, trying to prevent the Bengals from getting a good return out of it, but they've got some running room here. Allende gets across the 30 to the 32, Rosie. From our angle up here on the near side of the field, looking down, it looked like he had a big hole to run through right there. Couldn't break that one extra tackle to take it the distance.
He did have a good spin move. Gain an extra yard there.
Kunle Allende, the senior receiver, he's got the 80-yard touchdown tonight, has been a star for the Bengals on offense. The biggest problem for Blaine is they have not been able to finish drives tonight on offense. Bottom of your screen, you'll see Totino Grace is leading Spring Lake Park 14-0 right now as Allende runs it on the right side up the middle for a gain and a fumble. And the Bengals claim that they've got it, and they do. Second down. Look at this replay one more time. A simple handoff right side. Allende's holding it tight in his right elbow, arm there. And then it's stripped loose by number 20, Jack Doomer. Nonetheless, they get a 5-yard pickup on the play. It's second down 5. Wayzata leading Champlin Park 35-14 in other crossover action in Section 5 and 6. The Eden Prairie Eagles leading 14-3 over Osseo of the Northwest Suburban Conference. The Orioles winning the conference this season, undefeated record. And Minnetonka leads Maple Grove 10-0. Some powerhouses here in the metro area playing tonight. Everybody wants to move on to the state tournament. 3rd and 5 for your Bengals at their own 37. Down 4. Pass is
not good.
Incomplete. They're gonna, looks like they were trying to get it to Spurbeck.
Nearly picked off again.
One more time, you see there.
Kevin Coate right there, the defender for the Hornets, almost had a hand on it.
Well, and I think he had a hand on Spurbeck too. Perhaps a pass interference. Nothing called though. Good defense though by Coate. So it results in a 4th and 5. And we talked about it just a second ago. The thing the Bengals have not been able to do tonight is finish drives. And now they've got to punt it away on 4th and 5. A good punt all the way down to the 22-yard line. A 51-yard punt for Copa, the quarterback / punter.
Well, you know, he's really well-rounded. We're seeing a lot of him, obviously, as a quarterback, but he runs it more often than not.
Here's a look at what Handberg has done tonight. The Hornet quarterback, 8 for 13 for 104 yards and an interception. The interception for the Bengals was in the end zone, so they were not able to return it, like the Hornets have done twice against them. And Handberg back to pass has got a wide open man. It's his tailback out of the backfield making the catch down to the 26-yard line. Look at it one more time. Great grab here by Placide. Bengals bring him out of bounds, but not before a pickup of 6. 2nd down and 4 to go from the 27-yard line officially. The Hornets now in green, moving right to left on your screen at home. The Bengals defending in white and blue. The pitch, the toss rather. And Placide gets the football again. This time picks up 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 2. So Placide has gotten the football a lot tonight for Edina. Grayheck on the tackle. He's got 44 on the year. And also recovered a fumble. Big 3rd down now defensively for the Bengals, who showed a lot of great play both in the defensive line and in the secondary in the first half. They need a big stop here. They had a goal line stand that forced the Hornets to kick a field goal. And here, Edina is going to plunge forward for the 1st down, a pickup of about 3.
Number 25.
They got where they needed to be for the 1st down.
At the 32, Bengals will make a couple of substitutions on defense for the down. So at this point, if you're Edina up 4, you've stopped the Bengals on that opening drive out of the half. You've got to just take your time and methodically move the football down the field, kill some clock here, and try and get some points out of it. Another tackle for a loss, and in fact, forward progress won't even get him back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 2, once again on the carry by Placide. Second down and 12 now. Placide going backwards. A couple of Bengals wrapped him up but couldn't get him to go to the ground. The whistle and forward progress stopped him first. At the 30, it's 2nd and 12, Edina. Up 17-13 at home with a trip to the dome on the line. The pass is caught at the line of scrimmage. Making a move across the 40 to the 45 is number 5, Marley Allison, who nearly had a touchdown right before halftime.
I thought I was going to have to say, here we go again.
Marley Allison picks it up here, a little bit out of his reach, makes the grab, good hands, and then good legs to make a couple of moves and get him up near midfield. He's at the 45-yard line for another Hornet 1st down. Edina's only offensive points tonight are a field goal. The Bengals have 1 on special teams and 1 on offense. The fake pass, it's a run left side with plenty of room from his own 45 goes Allison. So the receiver getting the football on the ground again, and this is a multi-talented guy, is Allison, who takes it from the backfield for a big pickup. A 16-yard gain on the play. Marley Allison, stellar tonight for the Hornets. Allison with 680 yards on the ground, receiving on the season. He's only run the ball 4 times. It is. The Bengals say they've got it, and no official signal yet. The Bengals claim they've got the football, and they do.
That will be, how many fumbles of the game? They turned it over.
Look at this one more time. This is the second turnover, the third turnover by the Hornets. This time, it looks like a helmet went into the football.
Right.
And Placide couldn't hold on. The Bengals claim they got it, and they do. There was Grayhack, looks like was in on the play, both causing the fumble and picking it up. So the Bengals will get it at their own 31-yard line. A big opportunity here for Big Blue to get back in it, and he wrapped up and sacked his Copa. Big play with number 53 for the Hornets, and Mark Bryan making the play. One more look here. Copa very comfortable in the shotgun all night long, but a missed block by Blaine's number 54. Tyler Van Bramer led to that sack. It's going to be a loss of 3. The Bengals are fortunate. It's not even worse than that. 2nd and 13 now from their own 28-yard line. Again in the shotgun is Copa looking to throw. Has a man. Roble makes the catch at the line of scrimmage. Slants across the field to the 40, the 45, 50. Roble to the opponent's 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, down to 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bengals! And Joe Roble makes a huge play.
Nothing but amazing runs, 4 touchdowns tonight.
72 yards for Roble on the catch and run. And the Bengals take their first lead of the night.
Both their touchdowns, 80 yards, 82 yards. This time it was 70.
The 72 yards.
72 yards. That last one, Joe Roble, number 4, you see there on the screen. Amazing run.
And Rosie, all 72 yards of it was after he caught the football. He caught it at the line of scrimmage, made a nice move across the field. Can they make the extra point this time to go up 3? This is a huge one in what could be a very close game. Zach Wright, the kick is up and good. This time he gets it to go right up the middle. And the Bengals take the lead 20-17. On this play right here. Copa behind the line. Look at that. He was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Roble, it'll officially be 72 yards on the catch and run, but he really ran 75.
He was being tested by Jack Fullen, but he just couldn't get him. Roble is gone.
You know, it's one of those plays where the Bengals know the Hornets secondary has been stellar tonight. Anytime the Bengals try to throw the football in the middle or even down the sidelines, far down the field, the Hornets always step up and make a big play. This time they said, let's just do a little dink and dunk. Throw it short, let Roble work yards after the catch with his legs to make the big play, and that's what they did.
And, you know, their first lead of the game.
And certainly momentum builder for the Bengals halfway through the third quarter. Not a bad place to be in, up 20-17 on the road, mind you, in a tough environment with those not clothed Hornet fans yelling down there on the field.
Get dressed. That's what I wanted to say.
Hey, you said it. So the Bengals will kick it away. Back to receive it again is Placide. Placide brought down at the 19-yard line, and the Bengal faithful can be heard from across the field.
Blaine Bengals looking fired up in that last play.
Blaine has played in some close games this season. The heartbreaker was the Champlin Park game when they lost 28-27. To fall to 3-3. That's a game the Bengals came back from behind and just about pulled it off, but did not win that one. They beat Centennial and Anoka handily the following 2 weeks, and they beat Brainerd in the round of 32 to get here to the round of 16. A win tonight, and there'd be 8 teams left. The Bengals would be among them.
Be an amazing win if they were able to beat the #1 seed.
Number 1 team in the state at that. So that one caught by Marley Allison again, who's been very active tonight. I mentioned Allison He's got 50 catches on the season prior to tonight. Averages 85 yards a game. Getting close tonight as well as the Hornets continue to move the football. 2nd down and 1. And a loss on the play. Allison going backwards. Big play by the Bengals defense. And it's Mandre Stewart in on the play. Look at Stewart right here in the backfield, a little toss. He tries to go the other way, a missed block by, it looks like a tight end there. And so Stewart makes a tackle for a loss. He has 4 of them prior to tonight, and it sets up a 3rd and 9. Big time defensive play here if the Bengals can stop him. Great rush from the quarterback, but he gets a pass off to Allison. Allison breaks the tackle near the 1st down. He's going to be short, marking it at the 28-yard line. He's going to be a yard short. Marley Allison, very athletic out there. You know, anytime this guy gets the football, you know he can do something with it. Right here, a couple of good blocks, and Roble ends up getting in on the play, but they're short. 4th and 1 from their own 28. The punt coming, and a good boot. Bengals fumble the return, and the Hornets pick it up in Bengal territory at the 35.
Once again, a turnover, a huge turnover. Hornets will have the ball.
Miles Lerner scoops it up. A captain of this team. Lerner, a senior leader on this squad. It was about a 45-yard punt. Very impressive. The Bengals had to come up for it, in fact, a little bit, and they mishandle it. Lerner picks it up, and the Hornet faithful, feeling a little bit of hope, go back in their direction. Great senior play for Lerner. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line.
2 big teams out there. There sure has been a lot of turnovers.
The Bengals have turned it over 3 times, as have the Hornets. So now Edina with an opportunity to take the lead back, and they're going to do it on this play. The touchdown pending, and Allison makes him pay right away.
Allison
celebrates
them out.
Allison celebrating in the end zone on the 35-yard touchdown catch. So, look at it one more time. Handberg, just a easy little screen to the right side, and Allison did the rest of the work with his feet. Couple Bengals not able to get to him in time. The big extra point here is up. It's good, and it makes it a 24-20 game. We said Allison averages 85 yards a game. He's got 96 tonight already.
This has been exciting.
Wow, 35-yard touchdown reception by Allison for Edina. Well, there's another look at it. Back and forth we go. Big play after big play after big play.
I mean, once again, there has been no simple touchdown.
Well, the biggest thing about it, listen to him. This is how champions play, they say.
Getting pumped up.
They need some more. They say they're not done yet. The Bengals are making it tough on them, though. You know, the Bengals scoring that last touchdown on the 72-yard pass to Roble gave the Bengals their first lead of the night. But, Rosie, it didn't last long.
They responded very well, as you just saw.
So the Bengals, on a 3rd turnover, have to pay. Both teams have turned the ball over 3 times. If you're going to win a game at this level, you cannot turn the football over the way both of these teams have. And now on special teams, the Bengals get a good return out to the 28-yard line. And, we got an injury. It's Allende on the ground, getting up slowly, but he looks to be okay. Allende's going to stay in the game.
Allende is an important player out there.
And he's actually going to come off now, I believe. Allende limping a little bit. Yeah, they need this guy.
They do.
A huge part of their offense, especially tonight. We've not seen much of Naji El Arabi. He's another receiver who's kind of a dual threat, who the Bengals have not used much tonight. Potentially, he could get a little bit more involved. But overall, the Bengals need Allende in there as their running back. And this time it is Naji El Arabi on the effort. Doesn't get much. Look at Allende on the kick return here. Let's see if we can see what happened. Look at his left leg. Right there. Kind of goes to the ground hard.
Twisted.
And Jack Fallon falls on him. Fallon has been everywhere on this field tonight for the Hornets. The defensive MVP, I'd say, at this point. 2nd and 11. Pass is caught on the near side. And out of bounds, the 35. Wiley's got a couple catches tonight, Rosie, and that was a clutch one there. With Allende still on the sidelines, I believe. Yeah. So Connor Spurbeck, Zach Wiley, the receivers on the right side. The Bengals without Allende on 3rd and 5. 3.5 to go, down 4 at their own 34. Back to pass is Copa with all day to pass. Finally, Dorville runs him down. The pass is caught for a first down. And I believe it was El Arabi. Did I not just say they need to get El Arabi more involved in the football game? He's a big target out there, and they needed to make a play. Number 5 did it.
And that was a good move on Copa, as you see here. He took his time looking for that open play. El Arabi getting himself open there.
Well, he had all day to throw. Dion Dorville finally got to Copa, forced him to throw the football, but the offensive line for the Bengals giving their quarterback plenty of time to find the open man on that one. 1st and 10 now from their own 42. Bengals trying to get back in it, down 4 on the road. Copa right side, tackled for a loss to sack. And guess who? It is Dion Dorville, the big number 97, making the stop. And they're going to give him a loss of about 2. It's actually going to be a 4-yard loss, correct that. So 2nd and 14, and Kunle Allende is back in the football game. That's a huge step for the Bengals. Nicholas Stutter had been in to replace him. And number 30, so Allende is back. 2nd and 14 Bengals at their own 38-yard line. In the shotgun again is Copa, looking to pass, looks left to Allende, and actually finds Roble, I believe. And it is Roble who will make, no, it's number 2, I'm sorry, that's Tyler Drulow with the catch.
Just bringing it back to where they had started previously.
Yeah, just back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. Great job by Drulow of getting what he could out of it. Wrapped up on the play by Mark Bryan. Again, Copa back to pass on 3rd and 10, pressured and sacked for a loss. He loses about 6 on the play.
Being very pressured, couldn't really find anybody open out there. You see Copa, the pressure coming at him.
Putting on the pressure was Jack Hunzelman, the junior defensive lineman, with the play there. So 4th and a long 16. Bengals are going to be forced to kick it away. And back to receive is the dangerous Marley Allison for the Hornets. Copa's kick, a good one. It's going to go all the way down to the 15-14. The Bengals will touch it down near the 12-yard line. What a great kick by Alex Copa.
Just under a minute in the 3rd.
About a 52-yard kick, Rosie, if my math is correct, which I hope it is.
Good job.
I was not an accounting major. I was a journalism major. I guess that's why I ended up here with you at North Metro TV.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't know math.
Well, it's okay if you're wrong.
We're close. That's why we say estimated. 50 plus definitely on the punt by the quarterback, Copa. and it pins the Hornets down at their own 12-yard line now. They're up 4 with 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hamburg pass caught by Allison, taken down at the 14. Quick pass and catch. Good job of the Bengals of sniffing that one out to keep Allison from getting those big yards after the catch, which we've seen he can do.
Also on the tackle, 19, right 19, right 19.
So with 28 seconds to go now, it's 2nd and 8. Bengals need a stop as their offense has really struggled tonight to finish plays. And the little toss on the left side, Bengals gang tackle him there. And they needed to, because you can't bring down this guy by yourself. Placide to the left, and they're going to call it about a 2-yard loss. It'll make it 3rd and 7 as the third quarter winds down. Rosie Erickson, 24-20 Edina. It's been a back and forth battle all the way through. We've got 12 whole minutes of it left. We'll have it for you right after this on North Metro TV. We are back here on North Metro TV with my colleague and friend Rosie Erickson. I'm Matt Johnson. The Hornets leading 24-20 here at home at Coleman Stadium off of Highway 100. The first ever meeting between Edina and Blaine, and boy, we need to repeat this one a couple times a year, don't we?
Absolutely. As you see, it's dramatic.
The Hornets get a big first down here as they go the other direction after the quarter. And
I hear the whistle.
Yeah, they did step out of bounds. Great pass and catch, though, by Eric Vieker. Vieker gets enough for the first down for the Hornets. Hi, Kenton. Nothing like a random Kenton Kip appearance in the show. Our director in the truck doing a fantastic job tonight, bringing you all the action. I think he did that one on purpose. Hornets run the football up the middle now. And Rosie, we were talking about it during the break. It has been a game full of drama, full of big plays, turnovers, everything you can want in a football game.
It's like they don't want to do anything simple. They want to keep you tuned.
We're not going anywhere. Placide this time tackled for a loss, trying to go to the right. But he ran into big Caleb Butler. 6'3", 210-pound linebacker. He'll wrap him up. Sets up another big third down. I say big third down now every time there's a third down, because we're in the fourth quarter. The Bengals down 4. Got to have a stop. They've had a hard time stopping the Hornets in this second half, and then coming back and scoring themselves. Overall, they've done a pretty good job in the game. Hornets get a first down here on the far side. The pass is caught by Allison for the first down. So Allison again in on the action. He's over 100 yards tonight with that grab, Rosie. Marley Allison doing very well academically as well for his team. Long pass, incomplete. Out of bounds, intended for Ben Boone.
Pass intended for Boone goes incomplete. Second down.
Boone has a couple of grabs tonight, just a sophomore, but he's 6'5", Rosie.
Wow.
Got some good hands too.
It's a big boy.
Out of bounds. It was just a little bit long on the long pass from Hamburg. That makes it 2nd and 5 now for Edina at their own 42. And you know, we've seen their hurry-up offense tonight, but now they're taking their time in the huddle, slowing things down a little bit. They know they've got that 4-point lead. If they can score here take a couple more minutes off the clock, it'll be tougher for the Bengals to get back in it. 10.5 to go now. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun again is Handberg, looking to throw. Pressure, goes downfield, has a man, but it's just
Allison once again looking for that catch.
just beyond the outstretched arms of Marley Allison. Those two are a lethal combination if you're a defender. Look at this one more time. He rolls right and just about hits his man. He threw it to the place where only Allison could catch it,
right?
But it was out of bounds. So it's 3rd and 10 now, and Rosie, it's a big 3rd down play once more.
Once again.
At the 42-yard line, the Hornets need to get to the Blaine 48. Handberg tonight 184 yards in the air, only 7 incompletions. You just saw 2 of them on this drive. In the shotgun again is Handberg looking for Allison, and then, near side, they want a flag, and they won't get it.
There
is a flag. It's going to be pass interference against the Bengals. Look at this one more time. It was intended for Jake Fallen. Not mistaken. No, I'm sorry. It was Eric Viker. The defender was Kriegler, I believe. The Blaine, the defensive back. Pass interference. It's going to be a big automatic 1st down for the Hornets. The call on Kriegler, and that could be clutch because the Bengals, all Kriegler has to do right there is get a hand on the football, and he did, and it looks like he may have gotten a little bit of the jersey of Viker, but Kriegler, who had the blocked field goal return for a touchdown earlier, perhaps a little too jumpy on that play, and may have gotten a hand on the receiver. That's one the Bengals will want back. We talked about mistakes. Coach DeVellis talked to us about mistakes. Can't make them, he says. 3 turnovers and a big penalty right there. They had a couple other penalties as well, but none of them as costly as this one could be if the Hornets can continue to keep the drive alive. So it's going to be 1st down at the Bengal 43-yard line. And Mike Budine says play on. So in the shotgun again come the Hornets. Handberg fakes the pass, now scrambles right near the near side, finds his man Allison again for another Hornet 1st down, down to the 30-yard line.
Once again, that lethal duo working it out.
We talked about it earlier, these two all night long. Handberg finds Allison. Allison, a nice little spin move to find his way past the defender and make a big 1st down for the Hornets. At the 30, it's 1st and 10, 10 minutes to go. Hornets up 4. The Bengals need a big stop on D. Edina's had a hard time finishing drives offensively tonight as well. In the gun again, the pass 5 yards behind the line, caught by Allison. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and is taken down at the 28-yard line, Rosie, and he was upended on that play. Yeah. Look one more time. A couple of yards behind the line.
He gets air.
Well, yeah, Roble missed the tackle, and then whoop. Good thing he landed it not on his head.
Good sound effect.
I do what I can. Usually the artificial sound effects are a lot better than mine. But, you know, we choose to go with mine, I guess.
Absolutely.
118 yards on the night for Allison. We mentioned he reached 100 on the last drive. The 2nd and 8 now for the Hornets. 9:29, the clock beginning to become a factor as the Hornets rolling right, passing deep, and not even close. That one's going to be caught by the ball boy. And a rousing applause from the fans. On the track, the ball boy makes the grab. Nice grab, buddy. He looks warm down there.
He's like, yeah, that was nothing. Look at him.
Yeah. It's incomplete.
Future Hornet down there.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 8 now for Edina, and we mentioned they take their time in the huddle. This drive has lasted about 2.5 minutes. So the Hornets continue to move the football. but a huge now, not big anymore, huge third down for the Bengal defense. They rush the passer, nearly have him sacked. Scrambling is Handberg, going to the wide open man in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown.
Who else but
From
Allison?
28 yards out, Marley Allison with what could be the dagger.
An amazing throw. Look at that. It went all the way, creating that touchdown. We'll look at this replay.
One more time, you see Hamburg here is pressured. The Bengals miss a tackle. Would have been a sack. Newberger on the play. And then Roble wasn't even close.
Just
Excellent.
stands there.
All Allison had to do was sit back. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty now called on the Hornets after the catch and touchdown. So that'll be enforced on the kickoff. And the Hornets perhaps getting a little too excited. But nonetheless, they've proven here on the field so far, up 30-20 pending the extra point. And wanting the explanation is Coach DeVellis.
By the Hornets.
Yeah, it could be
gaining that extra lead.
Could be a dagger, as I said.
Right.
You know, this first fourth quarter score.
Wow.
So, LaCour try to make it an 11-point lead, and he does. That one is up. No, I'm sorry, it's no good. I couldn't see from this angle, Rosie, and that makes it a 10-point game instead of an 11-point game, which means the Bengals need a touchdown and a field goal, and they could be right back tied up. Let's see what happens on the touchdown. You'll look, see if we, I don't know if we'll be able to see the unsportsmanlike conduct, but you'll see here's the catch.
Looked like he just stood there.
After the play, I don't know what happened. Again, great pass rush, but eluding the pressure and gunning it down the field for the end zone is Handberg. The ball boy that caught the ball, pumped up. Devery made it into the end zone too. And there's a flag right there. Looks like, yeah.
Ooh, I still don't get what it was called on, but it was called.
Yeah. It looks like some words there, I believe, perhaps, on the touchdown celebration. It'll be a 15-yard penalty, I believe. So now let's see where they're going to kick it from. So 9:13 on the clock. And they're going to kick off from the 25-yard line, so it's 15-yard penalty. Rosie, they normally kick off from that X on the 40-yard line, so now they're back 15 extra yards, and this will give Allende there in the center of your screen a good chance to get a good return and some field position here for the Bengals. He's back to receive it at his own 15. The kick is on the ground against Squibb. The Bengals will pick it up at the 35 to the 40, across midfield, down into the 48-yard line. So good return for the Bengals on the kickoff. That 15-yard penalty was big, Rosie, because instead of being, you know, perhaps at their own 25 or 30, they're all the way up across midfield into Hornet territory to start the drive.
Once again, looking for something big, this time in the fourth quarter.
El Arabi, as you saw, 5 catches for 28 yards tonight. Look for him to be a factor here if the Bengals get up and throw the football. Copa going deep on the first play on the far side. It's out of bounds, intended for Wiley. So 2nd and 10 now as Wiley on the fly pattern there. Was unable to haul it in. Looks like just a little bit long, and Copa didn't have many options. Had to go there. 2nd and 10 now, 9 minutes on the clock. Bengals down 10 on the road after a huge touchdown from Allison. Copa on the keeper, right side, has some space, brought down at the 44-yard line after a pickup of a couple. And the Hornets making the stop was Colin Ritter, number 45 in the middle of your screen. Makes it 3rd and 6, Rosie. It was a pickup of 4. In the shotgun is Copa. Bengals need 6 to keep the drive alive. Copa looking to pass. Has plenty of time. He eludes the defender. Stays behind the line. Throws it. Passes. Caught!
Looked good.
It's a big first down. It is Tyler Drulo on the play. The Hornet fans thinking he was out of bounds.
That was a huge third down.
We've been talking about those huge third downs. Let's see the replay here.
Almost
Copa,
taken down.
He eludes the pressure. 2 feet inbounds on the catch. So Drulo comes up big. He's had a couple of clutch catches tonight, Rosie. Not a ton of yards on the night.
Right.
Doesn't have a ton of yards in the season, but Drulo, a key component in this Bengal offense. Allende comes off the field on 2nd and 9 from the Hornet 27. Copa back in the gun again, throwing right side, finds his man. Pick up of a couple, and after the whistle, a couple of Hornet players make sure he's down.
Off the ground.
Yeah, Kevin Coate on the play. Good stop there. It was 1 yard officially, so 3rd and 8 now from the 26-yard line. Rosie, it's another big third down. Copa in the shotgun. Allende with him in the backfield. Excuse me, that's El Arabi. The pass is caught for a first down to the 16. And guess who?
A much needed first down.
It's the clutch Tyler Drulo again. 2 third down catches in a row for this guy. Drulo, the senior receiver, showing some leadership out there. Copa now on the keeper, scrambles to the right, eludes one defender, just about got past the second, but in fact he's going to lose a yard, Rosie.
I think they're going to make sure and wait till third down to do something big.
You don't want to get into third down situations, but they've been effective so far on this drive on third down. You're down at the 17-yard line now. A field goal is possible right now. It'd be about a 34-yarder, depending on the leg of the Bengal kicker. But they would prefer to get 7 here. On the right side, they find some space. It's El Arabi. Gets down to the 10-yard line. So he'll be just
They happen to run
short.
into the official in this play. We'll see here right on this replay.
It's a gain of 6 yards by El Arabi, the referee, or excuse me, one of the officials in the way. 3rd and 5 now from the 11. Bengals down 10 with 6 minutes to go on the road. A trip to the state tournament on the line.
And what do you know? Once again, this third down is huge.
Trips left. Copa keeps it. Goes up the middle. Down to the 5. It's going to be a first down.
First down. This time, so close.
The Bengals have got to start moving a little bit quicker here, though, Rosie. Under 6 minutes to go now.
Right.
1st and goal at the 5, but they need to score twice.
Time is going to be key in this game.
Excuse me, Copa in the shotgun, keeps it right side, down to the 1. And he's brought down there. Good job by the Hornets of closing the gap there. They angled him to the sidelines, and that's what kept him out. Now Copa on the keeper again. Gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Copa, the 1-yard score. A huge one here with 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the game. They finish off a long drive. 18 carries for 21 yards in the night. But the most important yard of the night is this one, Rosie.
Absolutely. Copa worked his way down and ended up making this touchdown. Very important for the game.
Even bigger, this extra point. And they're going to have a maybe even a legal procedure against the Bengals. Let's see which way this one's going to go. It's going to be offsides, I believe, on the Hornets. And looks like Coach DeBellis wants an explanation. See if he'll accept the penalty. If indeed it is offside on Edina. The extra point pending from Zach Wright. It is offsides on Edina, so they'll get the ball about a foot closer, half the distance to the goal. So right now, to make it a 3-point game, the kick is up and good, right down the middle. Zach Wright makes a clutch extra point after missing one tonight. The Bengals are back to within 3.
They are really bringing this to the end of the game. You know, it's been intense throughout all 3 quarters, and then this 4th quarter has been insane as well.
And we finally saw the Bengals do what they struggled to do all night long. Finish a long drive. We saw a couple big plays. The 80-yard touchdown run by Allende in the 2nd quarter. That was definitely finishing the drive, but they have not been able to continue to move down the football and get those long drives. They did it there, chewed up a couple minutes off the clock, and now they're within 3. Those are
the dance team, I believe.
They got some bruises from Halloween, apparently, on their left eyes.
It's like a dance party, or
You'd be down for that, wouldn't you, Rosie?
Hey, girls. Yeah.
What up? Rosie Erickson will be dancing after the game tonight, live on television, right?
Yeah.
Let's look one more time at Copa's 1-yard score. He's kept it to the right. I think caught the Hornets off guard a little bit there in the middle. And now, can the Bengal defense come up huge here? 5:19 on the clock. They'll kick it away. Back to get it is Placide. Excuse me, it's not Placide. It was actually Allison who was back to receive it. But the kickoff goes out of bounds. That's, of course, going to be a flag. And a mistake there by the kicker, Wright. After making the extra point, he did miss one tonight, and then a kickoff out of bounds there will give the Hornets the ball at the 35-yard line. So Rosie, you know, kickoff out of bounds is a penalty, so it gives the Hornets pretty decent field position here when, you know, we've seen Wright get some pretty deep kickoffs tonight. So unfortunate field position if
having
you're a Bengal.
the ball with roughly 5 minutes left, too.
Bengals need to step up on D. The pass is caught by Allison, gets a block on the far side, pick up of a couple after the catch and run of 2. Great block there by Eric Vicker, who's also a backup quarterback on this Edina squad, number 3. He's been playing receiver tonight, has made some good plays, but a great block there to give Allison some
What
running
an
room.
athlete.
The Hornets have lost 1 game this year, and it was by 3 points. Bengals lost a heartbreaker by 1 against Champlain Park. They trail by 3 here with 4.5 to go. 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. The pass is caught by Allison. Good block. He gets across the 40 to the 41.
Good effort to get that last extra yard right there. We'll see in this replay.
The second effort is what did it. They faked the run to Placide and got it to Allison. 3rd and 4 with 4:09 on the clock and counting. The Hornets up 3, hoping to make it to the Metrodome. The Bengals giving them a run for their money, though, tonight in a close matchup. Hamburg is back to passing the gun. A little bit of pressure from the Bengal defense. They rush him to the outside. He goes forward. He's out of bounds. Just beyond the first down marker. A late hit on the play, and a penalty is going to go against the Bengals. You can add 15.
Tough call for the Bengals.
It is a first down. Here's the call. It's a personal foul against the Bengals. It'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down. So the Bengals getting fired up a little bit there, and you never like to see that. We'll
Take
see
a look.
what happens here on the replay.
Watch the Bengals so we can figure out. He was already out of bounds.
But who hit him? It was an Edina coach hit him. It wasn't even a Bengal player, I don't think. Wow.
Well, they gave it to him.
I didn't see a Bengal player hit him out of bounds. Let's look at this replay one more time. Watch this. Handberg scrambles right. He's going to go out of bounds right here and runs into his own coach. He was pushed, I think, right as he was going out.
Right.
But, you know, it's one of those, if you're an official, it's hard to call that because you certainly want to protect the quarterback. You want to protect all the players. But it wasn't necessarily a violent hit. It just kind of shoved him out of bounds. Nonetheless, the Hornets up 3 now with 3 minutes to go at the Bengal 36, 2nd down and 9. The pitch to Placide. He's got some running room, a great block. Gets down to about the 31. And he'll be short of the first down by a couple, so it's going to be 3rd and 3 or 4 now. Placide has been a little bit quiet here as of late, Rosie. They've been throwing the football a lot. We've seen Allison involved a lot, but Placide has been clutch all night long. Good to see him getting some action again for the Hornets. So here we go now again, 3rd down and 3 with just 2.5 minutes to go. The Bengals have got to stop him here. And a flag on the play. I don't know what that was. It looked like the Hornets were going to take a knee, perhaps. It's illegal procedure. Those of you at home may know it as a false start, as it's called in the NFL and college. It's a 5-yard penalty for the Hornets. It'll make it 3rd and 8 now instead of 3rd and 3.
So that'll probably change their plans.
It almost looked like they were gonna kneel down or something, and then one of their guys jumped.
They're also able to waste time away as it approaches only 2 minutes left in this game.
We are at the 2-minute mark now, and they're at the 35-yard line are the Hornets. And they're going to have a timeout called now by Edina. So the Hornets will take a second to talk this one over. And if you're Coach Boltman right now, you know, you've got to just say, calm down, pick up this first down, and you pretty much win the game. I mean, it's not necessarily a given, but, you know, just less than 2 minutes to go. If they can get a first down here, the Bengals have to call a couple on defense and hope that they don't get any forward yardage. So.
Although, you know, the Bengals just before half, with 25 seconds left, able to run the ball down as it slowly went down, making that touchdown.
In a game of big plays, we know that they can happen, and they don't take a lot of time either. Hey, you can always go to northmetrotv.com or call 763-231-2801 to order a DVD copy of this game. And Rosie, if there's one game that you're going to buy, if you're going to order one DVD this fall season, it's this one, because an impressive game it has been between a couple of the best teams in the state, and you can tell by the way they played tonight.
Right, both Blaine and Edina really bringing it tonight.
You know, you have to say it's not been an error-free game. I mean, they're two of the best teams because they're able to make big plays, and the rankings show it, but they both made some big mistakes tonight too. 3rd and 8. For the first down they go to try to win it. The Bengals wrap them up, and it's going to be 4th down. So again, the ball goes to Placide. The Bengals will call a timeout here with 1:48 left on the clock. And Placide not able to get the first down. Looks like the Hornets were just trying to run the football. Be safe about it. You're already up by a couple. You don't need to risk a turnover because we've seen a lot of turnovers tonight.
Right.
Don't risk a turnover. Just run the football.
Play
Make
smart.
the Bengals beat you. So 4th and 6. You know, if you're Edina right now, do you consider going for it on 4th down? Because, you know, if you can get a first down, you win the game pretty much.
Right, and they are up by 3, so just don't know with that many yards.
I mean, this is actually a really hard spot in the field to punt. You know, you're at the 33-yard line. You're not going to, you know, it'd be very hard to punt it, you know, 20 yards. It's too long for a field goal. It'd be about a 50-yarder, so that's not going to happen, most likely. I believe the state record is only 43-something in state tournament play. This is obviously the section matchup, but 4th and 6, looks like they're going to go for it. A smart decision here, Rosie. You get 6 yards, you really most likely win the football game. Bengals, the biggest play of the night right here. to keep their hopes alive in what has been a great season for this young team. In the shotgun is Hamburg, and a whistle. Timeout called. This time Edina will stop the clock. They saw the Bengal defense, how it set up. They call a timeout, so now they can kind of react and get a counter punch here. They saw what...
Create something out of this.
You know how the Bengals are going to try to play it, so then you can come back and figure out your strategy. So Coach DeVellis will talk to the guys. With about 150 left on the clock. Pretty much a pin drop silent stadium right now here at Coleman Stadium, because you know it's intense as we go here into the last minute or so.
A lot of Hornet fans out there dressed in costumes, but a lot of Blaine came out as well.
They did.
Made their trip out to Edina.
Don't forget, you can check out Sports Then with Kenton Kipp and Jeff Dinsmore daily at 2, 6, and 10 a.m. and p.m. here on North Metro TV. Catch up with all the action. 4th and 6, the game on the line. The Bengals with a pass rush. They are trying to get him for a sack, but Hamburg, he eludes the pressure and goes deep towards the end zone. It's incomplete, out of bounds. And with 1:41 to go, the Bengals have got some life. He was wide open, but there's a flag. Ben Boone was wide open on the near sideline. The penalty is declined, and it was a holding penalty against Edina. The Bengals decline it, and they will get the football at their own 33-yard line, Rosie. So here we go.
I know. Once again, it's created some excitement out there.
And the Hornets' nest is rocking now with 1:41 to go. The fans pumped up, looking for a defensive stop. Copa back to throw. He's sacked! Nearly lost the football. Great defensive stop by the Hornets there in the sack. It's going to be a loss of about 8. Miles Lerner in on the play. 2nd and 18. Copa in the gun. Quick pass incomplete. Intended for his receiver on the far side of the field. I believe that was Drew Lowe, who's been clutch on 3rd down tonight. And no bigger 3rd down than this one.
So intense.
The Hornets on defense have not put a lot of pressure on Copa tonight.
Right.
The last 2 plays is the most pressure Copa has seen all night long. The Hornets stepping up and putting some pressure on in the clutch. Now Copa goes deep on 3rd and 18. Nobody near it. Incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th and long.
Looked like the defense pressure by the Hornets has been picked up a notch in the last few plays.
It absolutely has, and that Hornet defensive pass rush has been what will most likely ice this game away for Edina. Timeout called in the field with 1:08 left. So Rosie, the last 33 seconds, the Bengals have got 3 plays off, but that sack of Copa was killer if you're a Bengal fan.
And the big thing, the Hornets were able to bring the clock down 30 more seconds, leaving just over a minute.
Well, and as soon as if the Bengals are not able to get 18 yards here, the Hornets would be able to run the clock out, and that would be it. So this is the game on this next play. And, you know, we've seen both teams come up with huge plays in the clutch all night long, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But I'm telling you, nearly this entire home side of the stands is on its feet. And they are loud here at Coleman Stadium. 4th and 18 with 1:08 to go. The Bengals need the biggest play of the season right now. Down 3. Copa with time. Incomplete. Nearly picked off at the 35-yard line. And that's going to be it, folks. The Edina Hornets up 30-27. Looks like they're going to pull this one out at home tonight.
Hornets able to keep the pressure up to regain possession.
And Copa pleading with an official, but with 1:03 to go and the football, the Hornets up 3. All we got to do is kill some time here, Rosie, and they're going to have a victory. So 1:03 to go. They're going to take a knee here. I don't think the Bengals will be able to do anything. So, minute to go. They do call a timeout here. So, with under a minute now, timeout called for Blaine. They're going to try to do what they can here with the clock. I think they've only got one left, if I'm not mistaken. So the Hornets up 3, Rosie. You've got to commend the Bengals while they've played here on the road in a tough environment on a big stage against the top team in the state.
Right.
To be within 3 is very impressive, but they just made some costly mistakes tonight that you take those away and they win this football game. It's that simple.
Right. Their defense has been there, but also, you know, their offense really been picking it up today.
So second down now and technically 11. And the Bengals do not have any timeouts left, so it's 3rd and 11. And there's about a 15-second difference, I believe, in the play clock here. So the Hornets will have to run another play. And the Hornet faithful here get ready to celebrate at Coleman Stadium. Right off of Highway 100, they're waving goodbye to the Bengals. On a 6-3 season, they'll fall to 6-4 after this one. The Bengals beating Elk River, Robbinsdale, Armstrong, Coon Rapids, Centennial, Anoka, and Brainerd on the year. They're losing to Champlain Park by 1 in that heartbreaker back in the early part of October. They also lost to Maple Grove and Osseo, and the clock's going to wind down. The Bengals literally just about 30 seconds they would have been able to get the ball back, but the Hornets will celebrate a big-time victory tonight over the Blaine Bengals. 30-27 is the final score, and it was a huge performance by the Hornets defense late that closed it out.
Right, they both showed up today. Blaine playing so hard, almost succeeding. But, you know, the top team really picked it up today.
2 interception returns for touchdowns for the Hornets. Add a field goal to that, it was 17-0 early on. Allende had an 80-yard touchdown run, brought the Bengals to within 10. Then Sam Kriegler blocked a field goal, took it 82 yards, missed the extra point, did Zach Wright. It was 17-13 at that point. And then Roble, a 72-yard touchdown pass, gave the Bengals their first lead of the game. That was in the 3rd quarter. And then Allison for the Hornets, their stud receiver, made it 24-20 with a 35-yard touchdown late in the game. He had another one in the 4th quarter, made it 30-20. They missed the extra point. Copa, the 1-yard run on the best Bengal drive of the night, a long drive of about 6 minutes, and it made it 27-30. But they just ran out of time at the end.
Right,
Rosie.
at minimum, we could say that every quarter was interesting.
Marley Allison, 14 catches for 154 yards tonight and 2 touchdowns to star for the Edina Hornets, and they'll move on to the Metrodome to play in the section quarterfinals. Here's a look at the second half. Excuse me, they'll play in the state quarterfinals now, will the Hornets. Here's a look at the second half highlights. There's that catch to Roble that we talked about. Roble taking it 72 yards, and really he took it 75 because he caught the ball 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and took it to the house. That was a big turning point of the game, giving the Bengals their first lead. And then the 35-yard touchdown catch by Marley Allison. Again, 154 yards on the night with 2 touchdowns for Allison. an impressive night for him. His 6th and 7th touchdowns of the season. And then this is that second one from 28 yards away. Stood there in wide open spaces and made the grab. There's a better look at it from our camera up top. Just stands there. There was the penalty after that. Is number 3 for Edina there. That was Eric Vieker, who I believe now we can see was called for the unsportsmanlike. Copa takes it in from 1 yard out, and that drive, I have to correct, was about 4 minutes. That gave the Bengals a chance late, but they ran out of time, and the Hornets celebrate a victory tonight. So 30-27 the final. The Hornets go on to the Metrodome in the state quarterfinals, beating your Bengals. But the Bengals keeping it close in the end, Rosie. They fall to 6-4 on the 2012 season. For Rosie Erickson, our director, Kenton Kip, and our entire North Metro TV crew, I'm Matt Johnson. Have a great night, everybody.